Hi, lovelies, and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strada. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the brilliant people. So guys, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where a lot of people are reacting to the fact that Texas governor is actually helping TP to build a mass deportation camp. And this actually got a lot of Hispanic people crying out loud, and I was able to put up some of those stitches. I'm just going to roll it. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. All right, lovelies, let's dive into it.
What's going on right now in the state of Texas is the perfect example of how Donald Trump is not even in office yet, and the find out phase of the consequences of voting for him are starting to come to pass already. I don't know if you guys heard the story, but Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, has offered like 1,400 acres of land to Donald Trump in order to help him with his mass deportation project. You know, to build more immigration detention centers, blah, 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 to help him in this effort to take back America. Okay, está bien. On the other hand, we have a bunch of executives, a bunch of owners of large construction companies in Texas stating or sounding the alarm, as they say, that the mass deportations could literally halt the construction industry in Texas because the majority of their labor, I believe something around 60% of the people that work in the construction industry in Texas are undocumented. And here are some interesting quotes from some of these people. It would devastate our industry. We wouldn't finish our highways. We wouldn't finish our schools, said Stan Merrick, CEO of Merrick, a Houston-based commercial and residential construction giant. Housing would disappear. I think they lose half of their labor. Here's another quote. And we simply don't have an economic structure that can sustain that. There are more undocumented people working in Texas right now than there are unemployed people in Texas. Let me read that again so that I can register you with you Trump supporters. There are more undocumented people who are working in the state of Texas than there are unemployed people in Texas. That is an insane quote. And all of these construction company CEOs, these executives, they're all most likely Republicans. These business owners, right? Oh yeah, let's support Donald Trump, blah, 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 blah. Here you go. This is what you're gonna get as a result of voting for Donald Trump. Your pocket's hurting. Your wallet's hurting. Your business is hurting. All because you don't wanna give these thousands, hundreds of thousands of migrants a chance, a pathway to legal status in this country. They deserve it. They keep this country moving forward. All those construction laborers from Mexico, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, all Latin America, Guatemala, República Dominicana, Colombia, laborers from every country you can think of in Latin America who allow for this country to keep functioning. Those are the essential workers. Those are the people you guys should be trying to look out for and assist. Not natural born US citizens who you couldn't beg to go work these jobs. But hey, this is what you guys wanted, right? Well, enjoy.
A concentration camp in Texas? Maybe that sounds like an overreaction, and maybe it is. When we're discussing that 1,400-acre ranch in Starr County, the Texas Land Commissioner Don Buckingham has just offered up to the Trump administration as a detainment site for what they're calling the biggest mass deportation operation in world history. But just for clarity, let's look at the definition of a concentration camp as presented by Wikipedia. They say, a concentration camp is a form of internment camp for confining political prisoners or politically targeted demographics, such as members of national or minority ethnic groups on the grounds of state security or for exploitation or punishment. Prominent examples of historic concentration camps include the mass internment of Japanese American citizens by the U.S. during the Second World War, the Nazi concentration camps, which later morphed into extermination camps, and the Soviet labor camps or gulags. So, ethnic targeting, check. The premise of state security, double check. A political component, triple check. What kind of conditions can we expect in this facility? What if the home countries of these detainees refuse to take them back? Texas may have just volunteered itself as a center for what borders on ethnic cleansing. The whole world is watching, and so are we at Progress Texas. I'm Chris Mosier in Austin. Lots more in today's Daily Dispatch. Find it everywhere you stream great podcasts.
So Governor Greg Abbott of Texas, he's offering up all types of assistance to Trump's border czar to assist with mass deportations. This story in particular is talking about a 1,400-acre ranch out in Starr County, I believe it's called Starr County, where they are offering to build detention centers that will help the Trump administration with deportations. I personally think that they won't be deporting anyone. They will be rounding up all of our Latino brothers and sisters and putting them in these detention camps to continue to work for free. There's another article out there done by the Texas Tribune where it talks about how Governor Greg Abbott is also planning to build this humongous military base along the Rio Grande, and he's looking to build additional walls. The military base will be used to house additional military personnel who will assist with the mass deportations. And the border czar supports all of this that Governor Greg Abbott is doing down in Texas that will assist them in their overall goal with mass deportations. I love these lashes. I'm going to have to get a few more pairs.
And bad things are going to happen, and you're seeing it happen all the time. That's why, to keep our families safe, the Republican platform promises to launch the largest deportation operation in the history of our country. Even larger than that of President Dwight D. Eisenhower from many years ago. You know, he was a moderate, but he believed very strongly in borders. He had the largest deportation operation we've ever had.
Texas businesses and construction companies are concerned with Trump's mass deportation plan. In their construction industry, nearly 60% of the workforce is undocumented. They're concerned that it would devastate their industries, that schools won't be completed, highways won't be built, and it will affect the housing market. Mind you, this was the same Governor Greg Abbott was the poster boy of anti-immigration. If ICE can't do the job, we'll send the police to do the job. This is evidence that Republicans don't only hire undocumented immigrants, they take advantage of cheap labor also. Mind you, over 60% of their workforce, the construction labor force, is undocumented. And these are the same people that be flying those Trump flags right aside with the Confederate flag. Talking about, they won't replace us, but at the same time have like a team of undocumented immigrants. And this is exactly what y'all voted for. I hope Trump served it to y'all on a silver platter, because there's nothing better than seeing the downfall of racist Republican capitalists.
Another episode of Fuck Around and Find Out. And the only thing I'm looking forward to in these next 4 years is to tell the Trump cult, the Trumpers, the demoralized, the radical right, or just dumbasses, I think is what I'm going to start calling them, right? I told you so. I fucking told you so. You wouldn't listen. It was so easy to brainwash y'all. And it's like taking candy from a baby, sheep being led to slaughter. He got your asses. Now he don't give a fuck about anything about you. But let's talk about it, right? The tariffs. Let me stop for a minute. How many times do y'all have to be told, and your dumbass president, that the tariffs are not imposed on the foreign side? They're imposed on the domestic side. How many companies have to say it? How many economists have to say it before you'll fucking believe it? I know y'all make up your own definitions and your own narrative. But let's talk about it. His latest thing is that he's going to impose tariffs on Mexico and Canada. And by the way, let's give a shout out to the Mexican president that clapped back and put his dumbass in his place. Good for her. But now big oil companies have come out and say, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. That's going to raise prices because you know they're not going to take a cut in profits. And by the way, gas today is $3.05. So who are you going to blame in January when you're paying close to $4 or $5 for gas? Because you're not going to be able to blame the Biden administration. But you know what? I sure enough can blame all of you who have voted for him now that you've destroyed this country. But we shall see. They're going to keep coming and coming. Those fuck around and find out. And let me ask you another question. You don't think he knows that the tariffs are going to affect us? Why is he still promising to do it if he cares so much about y'all? You ever wonder that? Or you're willing to take the price increase just to continue with the hatred in your heart? I get it. Here's another fuck around and find out. Okay? Y'all gonna deport all the farmers, right? So our food source is going to be affected. But the funny thing also is that we import 69% of produce from Mexico. So either there's going to be a trade war and we're not going to get our fruit, or we're going to be paying $10 for a fucking mango. What are you going to say then? When the cost of food, because all of you cried that you couldn't afford to live, wait till 2025 roll around. You're really not going to be able to afford a fucking mango for $10. My ass is going to get on a plane and go to Puerto Rico, where they grow naturally. But I digress. Y'all only have yourselves to blame for this chaos, because we try to tell you. Research and read, make an informed decision. Oh, but you didn't. You rather deport all the Mexicans than be able to afford to live. You got what you wish for.
Sometimes I ask myself plenty of this question, like, why is it that people already know the policy? Like, this is what is written in his policies, but you guys went ahead to vote for him. I don't understand. I don't even understand the reason why people are trying to find out things now. People are just being so shocked. Like, he thought that all of the things that he was saying, or all of his political, policies, he has actually written down. That is what he's going to do when he wins the election. Like, is it that? I think a lot of people actually think that he's joking, that he's not going to, do something about it. He's not going to actually do whatever he said. Like, a lot of people actually think that it's a joke. So Texas governor, who happens to, he came out like, I'm going to give this number of acres of land to help with your massive deportation. So if they're deporting this undocumented immigrant, they are actually keeping them in a camp. Like, they are keeping them in a camp. And what is it that they want to do with these people? What is it that they want to do with this? But I think there are a lot of fishy things going on. Just like our sister, Chavita said, she was like, are you sure these people are not going to use them to do something that people that looks like we have done over 400 years ago? Like, using them to do all of these jobs for free? Like, seriously? There is a lot really going on that these people have not really come out to spill. But the truth still remains that every other thing that is going on right now, every, FA and FO actually have the people that put it in the position to be blamed. It have you people to be blamed. It's just that it's unfortunate that people are finding out, and the people who did not even contribute with what is happening is also finding out. Because I believe that there are some people that actually voted right. Let me just use the word right. But because of all of the finding out, they are now up. being affected. I just wish that all of the finding out is being affected by those people that is supposed to be affected. But the worst part is that it's definitely going to affect every other person, even if you never contributed in it. Even if you never contributed. It's so unfortunate that it is actually people that looks like me who did their homework, their research, and who actually think about other people's well-being. Apart from their own well-being, they also put other people's well-being in check before thinking of who or who not to vote for. When people that looks like me was out there advocating and trying to let everyone understand the reason or the need that you need to vote for this person, you know, and all of the reasons that they gave, you people just took it for granted, and oh, why would they tell us what to do? You left them hanging and you did what you think that is right, and now you are finding out the hardest way. Nobody's saying that the blue is perfect, but when you are in a situation whereby you just have to choose what you feel that is going to be right for every other person, including both majority and minority, then you just have to think logically. But it happens that a lot of people, actually allow their own emotion to take over them, and they decided that they are going to vote in order to hurt someone, but you don't know you are definitely hurting yourself. Now, seriously, for them to actually have this plan of, oh my goodness, it's so unfortunate that things have really turned out this way, and a lot of finding out, is being going all over the social platforms. And the worst is that people that did not even contribute with what is happening are also dancing to the rhythm of the music. And it's everything have all of the people that voted for red to be blamed. Anyway, lovelies, when I saw this, I thought that I was just going to bring it up here to actually, tell you guys what is going on and to be heads off on what is about to occur. And Hispanic person do well to, make sure that the community is coming together, all of the togetherness that you guys have been asking, people that looks like me. I think it's high time you guys have to, have some kind of coming together in your own community first before asking for people that looks like me. Because at the end of the day, you guys are the ones that is going to be affected the most. Black Americans are not going to be deported anywhere. They are not. Anyway, lovelies, why don't you just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel up to this extent, do you get a huge way to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.